On this week's episode, we talk about The Running Man.
And other pop culture news from the week.
We just got back from the preview from The Running Man, starring Glen Powell, Josh Brolin, Como Domingo, Emilia Jones? H. Macy, whatever his name
William
is.
H. Macy.
Yeah, the husband, the ex-convict. And anybody else? I guess not.
No, it's very Glen Powell focused. Oh, Michael Cera.
Michael Cera,
Yeah.
playing a character that's similar to a movie you did see recently. But anyways, The Running Man, based on the Stephen King book of the same name, is the second version of the story on the screen. The first one was in 1980s with Arnold Schwarzenegger. And it was fun. A lot of people loved it, but they decided to do it again. This time, director Edgar Wright, who also is credited for some of the writing. He wrote with some other people. And it was fun, interesting, intense, as we expected, as it should be. It was a little bit different than the original movie. Again, I didn't read the book. I don't know if this one is closer to the book. There is an odd reference to the old movie, or at least to the old character, or at least the old actor.
Yes.
It's quick, it's blink and miss, but you have to blink hard because it takes at least 2 seconds on screen, and it's like full on for you to see. It's fun. It's funny. Give us a quick summary.
So this is. Do they give us a year for when this takes place?
No.
So okay. So this is set in a sort of dystopian future.
Near or far? We don't know.
Yeah. But not. It doesn't feel as far. I feel like as the 1980s version felt. Anyway.
Wait, do you think the 1980s was farther in the future?
It felt farther in the future.
Why?
It felt more. That's a good question.
Because in the 80s, they made it feel like the future was like 2025 was like, whoa.
Yeah, okay, you know what? Yeah, scratch that. But anyway, so it felt, okay, so it's set in a not too terribly distant dystopian future where this company called The Network basically controls everything. The government, all the big companies.
And police.
The police, but especially like television entertainment. And Glen Powell is this, he's a husband, a dad of a little girl, and he keeps getting fired. He's got some anger issues, but they come out in like really heroic ways, right? He keeps getting fired because he
save people.
He saves people, yeah. He sees his like injustices and the exploitation of himself and his coworkers, and he says something about it, and then he gets fired over and over. So now his daughter's sick. He can't get her the care she needs. They live in the slums. Like, it's just terrible. And so he's finally desperate enough that he goes to try out for one of these freebie game shows. And there's a whole bunch of them. And he promises his wife, like, I'm not going to do Running Man. But of course he gets on Running Man because he has just the right, like, anger, heroic, like, ratings generating persona.
He's physically capable.
Yeah, also he's Glen Powell. He's like super fit. And Josh Brolin, who is our evil television executive, is just like, yes.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So he goes into the Running Man, which the similar plot to the original one. If you win a bunch of money.
Yeah.
So in the old one, it was more like, if you win, you survive. Because they do to ex-cons. This one is about, if you win money, and money on that universe, like I guess in any universe, will change your life. Will move you from literally living in the sewers to live like a regular human being should live. So difference in the plot, that's he has a wife and he has a kid. So he volunteers for this. And the plot of the TV show within the movie is the same as bad guys running. and if they survive, they get money. But in this case, at least our main character is not a bad guy, but they make it look like a bad guy through changing footage, AI, something very, very current, which I thought was very interesting to use that, manipulate audio and video to make it look like he's saying something bad when he never did. At least not for undeserving people. He said some bad thing for bad people. Oh, the tall guy, Empire. What's his name?
I can't remember his name.
Cleon. No.
Yeah.
Cleon? Anyways.
I'll look it up.
Anyway,
so that's the game. So Running Man, you stay alive for 30 days, you win a bananas amount of money.
Another difference is 30 days. On the original, it was small. It was a course. This new one they expanded. Apparently more like the book. Arnold Schwarzenegger, it was an original movie, saw this one, loved it, and he said we always wanted to do this big, but we couldn't. We didn't have the money. So this time they did 30 days. And another thing, Lee Pace.
Yeah.
Lee. So another thing that it was very current. I don't know if it was a thing on the book. It was definitely not a thing on the original. It was they made very similar to our universe. Was that everybody plays the game on their phones. You record. You take a picture of the running man and send, and you get money, which was like everybody is filming everybody, which is something very current. I thought it was a nice update.
This is part of why I felt like this is actually a good film to remake, because there are a lot of elements of the story that I feel like hit a little different now than they did 40 plus years ago. So the whole idea of like television and network being everywhere and being interactive, and like your TV watching you, the AI, the manipulated footage, but also like the intensity of these game shows. Like in the when Schwarzenegger did it, they were kind of riffing off like this is a dark version of like the supermarket games where you like run and like fill up your grocery cart. They're kind of riffing off of that. Did you have
those games when the movie came out in the 80s?
I don't know if they were still airing.
When is the movie from?
Oh, good question.
No, I guess they are old, right? Those games, supermarket.
Those have been around for a long time.
When is the book?
Oh.
The movie?
What do you want? The book or the movie?
The original movie.
87.
87. Oh, okay. So it's not that old. I thought it was like early 80s. It was like more like late 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But especially now where we have, I feel like reality competitions have increased. So not just like Squid Game, but then we have like the actual Squid Game challenge and like the Mr. Beast challenge, and even like Survivor and Amazing Race. These shows where, people aren't getting like murdered or hunted, but you do have, people being emotionally manipulated. Survivor, you have people like starving themselves and everything to win money. I just think it hits a little different. It's less far-fetched to have a game where people would lay all kinds of things on the line for the sake of fame and fortune.
It's
and a life-changing amount of money.
Yeah, it's interesting. The movie comes from Paramount, and Paramount Paramount CBS that owns a lot of those reality shows. And Paramount was bought by Skydance. That's trying to buy Warner. Another thing that is interesting is that the movie is about how mega corporations, in this case the network, is the enemy of the people, and we're going towards that slowly, a lot slower than in this future, or in the future like Judge Dredd, where there's like 5 mega cities and they all owned by corporations, or Spider-Man 2099. Anyways, this scenario is not new, but the movie was fun. Was very interesting. Glen Powell is a movie star.
Yeah, he can carry
the
whole thing.
Yeah, it's funny because I remember first time we see him was like on the Dark Knight. Dark Knight Rises.
Really?
He's like a Wall Street guy, and he's in the when Bane attacks the stock market in Gotham. So technically, he's not Wall Street. He's a Gotham market a guy. And
Right.
no, you can't do that. And he reacts. Says, that's it. Yeah, it's very interesting.
Yeah, very forgettable.
Yeah, but since then, you know, he'd been doing a lot. Funny and action, and yeah, he's establishing
he's got
himself as a new action hero. And this movie by Edgar Wright, who's a great director, he did great. It was fun, it was interesting, and with a great cast, and a great update to the original. Considering the movie, I don't know about the book if they do better or do worse.
No idea. But there was a guy sitting next to us in the theater who became they're buds now.
Yeah.
They're best friends.
It's like, I love the book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he really enjoyed the movie just based on
he was very
feedback he was giving during and after the film. So
I mean, the movie theater wasn't really full, so he would laugh and react. We could hear. He was like right next to me.
none of that was meant to be negative. I realize it kind of sounded a little snarky, but like he was having the time of his life.
Yeah, he liked it.
Sounded like
at the end, he commented, and he. I mean, it was good.
it was a good movie.
I can only agree with him. Was very well done. Was as I expected. And this one, they kind of. I guess when Arnold was in the original, it was one of his, not his first, but around his first movies. So he wasn't a superstar yet. So they have a lot competing with Arnold, meaning the hunters, they are superstars, and they show each hunter has a special skill or power,
a persona.
This one, the hunters are a little bit on the side, with the exception of one, because it's about the Running Man, and they focus on him. And no, it was fun. It was really fun. The Running Man, based on the book by Stephen King, directed by Edgar Wright, with Glen Powell and many other talented people. It's available in theaters everywhere, and I
think it's definitely one. No, I think that's definitely one that's worth checking out.
Yeah.
It's a solid film.
Oh, there's so many coming out. Also, this week came out Now You See Me, Now You Don't, which we didn't, but we will eventually, and we're gonna talk about it. Still need to watch Christie, Nuremberg. There's a lot of things out there.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
Our movie theater runs, like little trailers, and they have like a little like entertainment type show that they do beforehand, and the lady who introduces like the upcoming films, her blurb for Now You See Me, Now You Don't is so funny. She's like, I love a good heist movie, especially when they have close up magic. Like there are two whole movies that are heist close up magic.
And I wouldn't say close up magic because
that's true.
Right, close up magic is like
it's like card tricks
their fingers, but yeah. Jenna?
I think that's her name.
Xana, something like that.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
She's cute. She does a good job, but then some of the blurbs. Okay.
Anyways,
let's move on to House of Dynamite.
Yeah, we also saw streaming movies. And the first one was this movie that everybody's talking about, because it has like some intense themes, some
a stacked cast.
The reality that could become reality, a type of themes. And it has the cast has a lot of people. Some stars show up to throw like
for like 30 seconds,
3 lines. House of Dynamite by Kathryn Bigelow. She's been separated for so long, but I guess she will always be known as former Mrs. James Cameron. And that this movie wasn't as good as I thought, she still does a better job than him, because everything he does is like Avatar and another Avatar and Titanic, which he was the king of the world, but the story is like a high school teenage story. It's so simple and simplistic, and I guess it's to compensate because the movie is so big and the story is so there's a even Terminator there is great. He rip off a X-Men comic book. He never declared there was it. He said it comes from his genius mind. And True Lies, that is spectacular with Arnold Schwarzenegger, a spy action. I realized that it's based on a British TV show. So everything he does, he kind of like leans on somebody else's talent.
But he's got like a Midas touch, because he has made like almost all of the highest grossing movies of all time.
Yeah.
So.
But anyways.
And some of the most Oscar nominated films. So.
But considering their movies, I think our movies are more interesting on the sense that it's like, hey, that's good. I don't see where she ripped that one from. But, it feels like, and if she does, she might, I don't know, I never talked to her, but I feel like she might say, yeah, I was inspired by this or that. When he said, no, it all comes from my mind.
Yeah.
I went to the bathroom and this came out of my mind. Through my mind.
Honestly, like, I don't know, I think I probably wouldn't be as bothered by him if he said less about how great he was.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if he said less about how, like, Avatar 2 was, like, the most female empowering film that had ever been made, I probably would be less annoyed. I definitely would be less annoyed by it.
And criticize Wonder Woman.
Yeah, like,
and it's like, and criticize, the other day he was on the news criticizing Oppenheimer and Spielberg, saying that, anyways. But enough.
Anyway, yeah, we're here to talk about Kathryn Bigelow in this movie.
Enough of this totem pole of this pillar of the feminist community, because he is like the most important name of feminism these days. Let's talk about a woman.
Yeah.
Just to change. On Kathryn Bigelow, House of Dynamite.
So was this on Netflix?
Netflix, Netflix exclusive.
Yeah.
Produced exclusive.
Yeah.
The same.
That's where you can watch it. It's not like it's in theaters or anything
it probably
else.
had a short run somewhere, but we didn't see it here. We didn't see it anywhere.
So this one, I have really mixed feelings about this, because I disagree with most of the conclusions of the film. I would have made it a very different way. Not that I've ever made a film whatsoever. So that's a super cocky thing for me to say. But
never say never.
But that said, like, I can't stop thinking about it. So even though I disagree with...
So it got her.
It got me. and I've been thinking about this. We look at art, or we homeschool our daughters, and part of our homeschool day is looking at art. And a lot of the modern art, we're just going through this like art book with like different paintings. And a lot of the modern art is like, yeah, this is not great. But that's the stuff that we like talk about and think about and gets us going on really good conversations. And this film did that. Like, I don't know. I'm still stewing on it. So is it good? Is it not? I don't know.
The movie is about. It starts in a situation room at the White House, and ICBM is launched for someone in the Pacific, and is coming towards America, and it's getting closer and closer and closer. Eventually, they find out it's gonna hit Chicago. They don't know anything about it. They don't know who is responsible for it. There's a fact that because they don't know, because the satellite didn't see where it came from, when it came from, it means there might be insiders involved. And so the movie is about the response to this catastrophe, imminent catastrophe. And as early as they find out, that thing is gonna hit the continental United States in around 20 minutes. So that's a premise of basically the entire movie. And they start in the situation room, and they on video conference talking to everybody. The nuclear response, the Secretary of Defense, the President, everybody that has power and responsibility concerning the country's defense and response. So the first part is about that, with people that work on the situation room. Then the movie cuts back to a military base in Alaska.
Yeah, Fort Greely.
Their response, and then it cuts to the Secretary of Defense. It cuts like what, 4 times? and then finally to the president of the United States. Like star-studded cast. There's like Idris Elba as the president again. I guess they like a black.
He's our favorite British president.
Not any black president, but a black British president. We fought so hard for that not to happen in Hollywood. But anyways.
And also a British Secretary of Defense. Jared Harris.
That's true. There's a lot. Rebecca Ferguson, she's Swedish.
It's Swedish,
so there's not a lot of Americans. But anyways, it's intense. It's nail biting. It's like, you know, what's going on? Who's doing what we're gonna do? But because the movie cuts back to show different perspectives so many times, they expand on the stories of different characters. So the movie ends up dragging because it feels like we've been through that. Oh, but you didn't been through that to the little daughter of this guy. I was like, yeah, but we've been through that. We know that human reaction, it has a limit, gamma, a limit, array of possibilities, right? It goes from toughen up and fight back, or resign and quit and die, kill himself, suicide. You know, there's not a lot that, unless they go science fiction and suddenly Superman comes out, and even that is limited. So because of the cuts, there's this problem. So I focus a lot on the people, a lot on the emotions, and some of the emotions are, I don't know, maybe the uber emotion to make a movie, or maybe the liberal way to seeing some people that are part of the military, that they're not insensitive, but they're not uber sensitive. They're in the middle, they have responsibility, and they will do their best. It's not like everybody's gonna stop and crying, which in some moments of the movie gives us that impression.
Yeah, and so this is what we were really talking about. So first of all, this narrative device of like telling the story from this perspective, and then going back and telling the same story from a different perspective. This can be done well, and I think there's a French film called À la folie pas du tout. He Loves Me, He Loves Me Not, I think is the English title. It's unbelievable because first you see it from one perspective and you're like, oh man, I totally get this story. And then they show you the other perspective and you realize you were 1,000% wrong. And
there's a movie. I wanted to see that movie. It's on Netflix. It's actually 3 movies, which is very interesting experiment. I can't remember the name, but I think it's a girl's name, and the first movie is her side, and then the second film is the same name but like his side, and then the third film that is, I guess, their story, their side.
Sure.
Which is, it was always a very interesting experiment, and from what I understand, Ender's Game, right?
Yes.
Some of the later books is the same book in the beginning, but from a different perspective.
Yeah.
Which is like, it takes balls just to do it, because how are you going to release the same book? It's not the same book.
It's not the same book, yeah. So I feel like when this is successful, these different perspectives give you a lot of new information and new understanding. And really add to it and like embiggen the whole thing.
But the key is add to it. Important information. In this one, nothing that is shown on the different versions. Again, the limit of possibilities is like on this kind of situation, you know, what's gonna happen? Some people will freak out, some people will go like break bad, some people will like rise to be the heroes.
Yeah.
And one interesting one is Independence Day. Right?
Yes, Independence Day I feel like did what this movie was trying to do, but they did it very successfully.
And Independence Game is a global catastrophe. I mean, I guess nuclear could go global, but at first it's just one city.
The first part of the movie is very similar to what they're doing here. Like, what the heck is happening? And then like different responses, right? We have like Jeff Goldblum, and we have Will Smith, and we have the president, and anyway.
Yeah, and the reactions to a global catastrophe, and again, you know, like some people go to a quote, right? Independence Day, as they do on the Don't Look Up. So the reactions, it's like there's no way out.
Right.
And in the case of this, there might be ways out, you know. But anyways, just to say that it was interesting. The movie ends on a cliffhanger, which is like making a lot of people talk about. But it ends on a cliffhanger. Is like sadness and distraught. It's like people. It's like people almost crying because something bad's gonna happen. But it's kind of like a scary movie, but on the sense that it's like it's trying to scare you, but it's not giving you hope. Because even on the worst catastrophes, and we've been to two World War IIs, a nuclear bomb, and several other wars some wars that never end. The conflict in the Middle East. But there's always hope, and we always strive for hope, and that's what makes it keeping going. And this one ends on a like sad note. Which for me was like, everybody, even on the many scenarios, they have like people working hard to fight, to survive, to respond, but it end on like, hey, we failed. It's kind of a bummer.
It is, and I think I would be a lot more okay with that, but like fundamentally, the way some of these people reacted, based on like other accounts I've heard from people who've gone through similar things, based on like my memories of 9/11, there's just like a lot of moments in this film that I feel like fundamentally, this is not how people would react or behave. In particular, the airmen at Fort Greely, who were like manning that missile station. Like I don't think that's how it would go down.
Yeah, people that practice
based on like true stories,
and they say,
yeah. So I don't totally buy it. But as you can see, we can't really stop talking about it. So see the movie. Tell us what you think.
Yeah.
Because it is very thought provoking. And I don't know that I would say it was bad, but
yeah, no, it's okay. It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's just
certainly gives us a lot to think about.
I mean, it was a choice.
Yes.
It's if the choice was with that, they were very successful.
Okay. Yes, they made their choices. Yeah. They made the film.
It's like other quotes. If the choice was that, they were very successful.
They did.
Alex, Retina News.
There you go.
Anyways, House of Dynamite is available on Netflix. It's interesting. It's compelling. It's definitely. And again, it might work so well. This might be the perfect. It's like a liberal mind person might love that movie in ways that we didn't think was the flaws we find in the movie. Some other people might say, "Oh my gosh, that movie is good." Maybe because they're being fed by fear, by CNN, by ABC,
maybe.
that is death for democracy. This guy is a tyrant. Maybe that will work. Just sided with that, Even though the president on this movie is not bad, he's sort of incompetent. He kind of like, what do I do? What do I do? And yeah.
Yeah, I will say that none of my objections to the film have anything to do with anything that could be construed as like right or left leaning views. It's just like my experience with and understanding of like human nature.
Yeah, but I mean, your experience with human nature are sided with your beliefs, and that's what I'm saying. Maybe for people that have beliefs on the left side of the aisle, that might be like, wow, that's so good.
Maybe
it's so full of heart. Look at the emotions. Those soldiers, they stop to cry.
I don't think that would happen. Like that's not how this works. Like they do their thing and then you fall apart.
Yeah.
And like that's not how humans react in a crisis. Like some people completely fall apart, but for most people, like the adrenaline kicks in and you do your training and then in the calm and the aftermath, then you realize what's happened and then you lose anyway.
Yeah, and it's interesting. Always like some apocalyptic scenarios. We always see that how. And we were talking about America. Some other places they might fall apart, like in some places are already falling apart, and something like that happens, like fall even deeper. But it's interesting how apocalyptic scenarios, and I guess this is about storytelling. There's always some people that rise to be the uber bad guys, people that like 2 days before the disaster, they were like, taking their kids to school. They were buying bread at the supermarket, but they become like, I need to kill you to survive, which is it's not, I don't know, knowing history, it's not very realistic. We know there's bad guys that rise in history, Hitler, Stalin, and so many others, but that's not the norm, right? When evil rises, and like how the day was a Veterans Day, you can talk about that for hours, but when evil rises, good will rise against, will fight, and historically we winning. We're trying our best to win with sacrifice, and then we honor the sacrifice of our veterans and everybody that give their lives for service. I just saw this Ronald Reagan speech during Veterans Day, and he said that these people, these great men and women, they give 2 lives. They give the life that they were living because they stopped what they were doing to join the military to fight for the cause of freedom, and they lose the life that they would have because a lot of them die young and they have no family, no progeny and offspring. Progeny, offspring is the same thing.
Yes.
Yeah, and so historically, it's kind of unrealistic that you're not gonna. But again, over emotional. Maybe was the goal. Maybe the goal was to make you feel and even fear. But anyways, enough with this. House of Dynamite. It's available on Netflix, and you could watch, or you could watch something else on Netflix, like
Playdate.
Oh no, that's not Netflix.
Oh, that wasn't.
But you could watch Playdate on.
It's just that's the order you put them in.
Yeah. No, I was thinking of talking about Project Mincemeat, but it's an old movie. You probably saw it. It's this British movie with both of the Mr. Darcys. You should know what I'm talking about. It's Hugh Laurie and Hugh Jackman.
It's not. Oh my gosh.
It's
So you start saying things, I'm like, he's so wrong. Oh no, he's just pushing my buttons. He's just pushing my buttons. It's Colin Firth and Matthew McFadden.
This is based on a real story. This was a cool, interesting, well done portrayal of Allied forces fighting for good, and they were flawed.
For sure, because
they were not like perfect human beings.
Not at all. This is British intelligence during World War II. In fact, we have an intelligence officer named Ian Fleming, kind of in the background, sort of involved every now and then.
He was the author of the whole project. He wasn't executing, but his idea
was
on
his
paper,
idea,
it was his idea.
And you see him hovering around every now and then. They'll be like, "This is the Q department," and he's like, "What does this watch do?"
Yeah. And
getting ideas.
He was the creator and writer, author of the James Bond books, and he was a real guy. I mean, he was in the Navy. He worked in intelligence. So some of the things he put in the books, it's not like just a mind that's like, whoa, what if? No, he knew his
it's
stuff.
based on real stuff. But it's really just like a side note, like kind of almost a novelty in this, because the real story of Operation Mincemeat, you've got these British officers, intelligence officers, trying to pull off this plot to deceive Germany and to trick them into thinking that the Allies are going to attack Greece when in fact they were going to invade Sicily.
Yeah. And there's another old movie based on that, so the spy that never was, the man that never was, and they use a dead body. Yeah,
so they create this person, this was it Sergeant Colonel? Anyway, they create this whole
Martin.
Yes, so the idea is they get a dead body, make it look like he was a courier who had drowned, and the idea was that Nazi intelligence would find these papers on this dead body that would indicate that the Nazis are invading Greece instead of Sicily.
And they flew the hike.
But like the detail they have to go to, they put like photographs of his girlfriend and like love letters and letters between friends, all this stuff to make it look real. And they have to create a whole identity for this guy so that if the Reich investigates, it all checks out. And like the detail and the conniving and it's really something.
Yeah, cool, competent team of men and women that work to make that happen and to change the tides of war to help defeated the Germans. They were took over Sicily, which was a very important spot to take back Europe. Very fun movie, very entertaining. It's also on Netflix. It's called Project Mincemeat. This one you should check. No notes. It's really good. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hugh Laurie.
Nope. Not. He doesn't even make an appearance here.
What's the name of it?
It's Colin Firth.
Colin Firth.
And Matthew McFadyen.
And Matthew McFadyen.
Yeah.
Kelly MacDonald. And the girl from Doctor Who. And the other girl from Harry Potter. Anyways, what we have next?
Like, I can't even say you're wrong, because that's actually, yep.
Yeah. Okay. We also saw a new Amazon Prime Video exclusive new movie called Playdate.
Yeah.
Which was...
Pause. It's actually Operation Mincemeat. It's not Project Mincemeat.
Operation
Mincemeat.
I said project to keep it secret so you wouldn't find it. But you would find it. So
yeah.
Just a joke. Just a gist.
Look at you.
Having a laugh.
Having a laugh. He had a laugh.
Okay. Playdate. Starring Kevin James and Alan Ritchson. And it looks like, okay, that looks fun. I like Kevin James. He's a funny guy. I came for him. But Alan Ritchson, makes us stay.
I kind of feel like he's
by muscle and by hustle.
Yeah.
and a funny guy. So the premise is these two parents, two fathers, and they take their kids to park and they meet and then they go on a play date. But a lot happens during that play date because it turns out the things are not what they look like.
Or are they?
And I'm not gonna spoil much because it's worth the journey. It's funny.
It's exactly what you would expect from a Kevin James film. Super predictable,
for
but
Kevin
funny.
James.
I mean,
what are the Kevin James movies like this one?
In that, it's funny. It's not demanding a lot of you as the viewer. Like, it's entertaining, but it's also extremely predictable. And
I mean, you're saying because you're so smart.
I'm not that smart. You don't need to be a genius to see where this film was going. But yeah, it was entertaining. It was light. It was fluffy. It was
fluffy.
Yeah.
Like there's blood and brains being blown, but it's fluffy.
Yeah, it was. I mean, compared to the other movies where we were talking about today, we're like,
wow,
this is like an indictment on our society, and this is commentary, and let's delve into the depths of human nature.
To help his son and his grandson, but it's fluffy. It's funny. It's hilarious. I think Ritchson has a very good timing for comedy, if anything.
Yeah.
In action, and so we'll look forward for more. And they're already talking about a sequel. We'll see what happens. The movie ends on a note that's like, that's a funny joke about a sequel. No, they are actually already actively working on a sequel because it was fun.
Yeah.
It'll definitely make you go to Amazon to watch the movie.
There you go.
But anyways, Playdate available on Amazon Prime Video. Kevin James, Alan Ritchson. There's another Alan Tudyk. And some other talented
some other
people.
familiar faces.
The annoying girl from Scrubs. Can't remember her name because she's annoying. Playdate.
Yeah, I can't remember either. All right.
Amazon Prime.
It's good for a laugh. All right, and then last but not least, some things we watched this week was the beginning of Pluribus. Holy cow.
Very interesting new show from Vincent Gilligan, the creator of Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
And Better Call Saul. This one takes place in New Mexico too. But it goes some very different places narratively and geographically.
There it is.
Starring
Rhea Seehorn.
And it's about what looks like to be a global event catastrophe of alien invasion. Or is it?
Yeah.
You should see it. There's a very funny ad I sent you. They have a lot of people talking to the main character because she's virtually alone. And it's like, we're gonna take care of you, Carrie. Carol. We're gonna take care of you, Carol. Come join us, Carol. Your life is yours. And then we see people from Breaking Bad, all the cast of Breaking Bad, basically. doing the ad, which was fun. She wasn't breaking. No, she
No,
wasn't
she's
Better
in Better
Call
Call
Saul.
Saul.
But on the same universe.
Yep.
But yeah, she's doing great. She's freaking out because she is alone on this this invasion scenario, and it brings more fun now. It gives us a lot of answers, but maybe not the answers you're looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's very clear. They tell you what's going on.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But maybe that's not what you want to know.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is a Apple TV Plus or Apple TV. I think that's what they call themselves these days.
It's Apple TV now.
And it's good. It's compelling, thrilling, riveting.
Yeah.
And yeah,
He's done it again. It's thoughtful and
yeah.
and compelling, and I'm not really sure where we're going with this
And
one.
you went bold on. I'm gonna do something new. Because people keep asking for more Breaking Bad, more Better Call Saul. It's like no.
No, he did
Enough.
that. He did it perfectly.
Let's go. You know, let's create instead of relying on books, comic books, and movies, and revivals, and sequels, and threequels, and
Which have their place, to be sure.
But let's scratch, go back to zero, and let's build from that and create. And created this one. It's very interesting.
Yeah, so definitely check this out. If only to support like truly original content being made, but also because it's just so far it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Like I don't even know how to feel about this. The whole first episode, I was like, oh, that.
So it's good, or you don't know how to feel?
No, it's very good, but I'm not sure who to root for. Like in the. What was it, the second episode? There's this whole debate where they're like, no, this is a very bad thing. I'm like, yeah, it's very bad. I'm like, no, it's a very good thing. Like, oh, okay. No, it sounds good. No, it's bad. No, it's good. I don't know. It's great.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
I mean, for me, it's clear, and it does like Matrix has elements of that. It's like you join the Matrix, you stay there, being sucked, your life sucked into the Matrix, but they give everything you want, everything you need, or you fight for your life. As the life should be, your great, miserable life you would be if you have to fend for yourself instead of depending on the machine. So there's similar elements there. There's like
yes, actually,
but in this case, it's much more. The scenarios is like beyond impossible because she's like literally alone against the entire planet. So we'll see how it goes.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, we will see. I'm
but
a
it's
fan.
good. It's on Apple TV. Yeah. 2 episodes out today, Friday. A new episode is coming out. Friday the 13th. Ooh. Is this Friday the 13th?
I think it is.
It is?
Actually, no. It's the 14th. Never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind. All good.
It's just a Friday.
Whew. That was close. All right. The box office is maybe coming back to life. Predator Badlands had a franchise record $40 million opening.
Yeah. It did well. Christie, Sydney Sweeney movie didn't do well. It did pretty bad, actually. But again, there's a lot of competition there. It is a sports movie.
And it has not been marketed well.
And it's about...
Like, I keep forgetting it exists, except when you mention it.
True.
I don't know that we've seen any trailers.
It's a sports movie, and it's about this female boxer. Stay with me. Don't lose me yet.
Okay, we've had very good $1 Million Baby.
Yes, but that was Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
Right? This one is not Clint Eastwood.
Fair enough.
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying that bringing people to the movies.
Sure.
You see a Clint Eastwood movie, it will do decently because it's a Clint Eastwood has his audience, has his legions of fans, and also has Morgan Freeman. It has Clint Eastwood also acting. It has the Oscar-winning Hilary Swank. He won an Oscar before that. But anyways, so this is about this female boxer that has suffered domestic abuse and eventually goes lesbian. So I don't know if it's a movie for everybody. If it would attract everybody to see, you know what I mean? Even though as Sydney Sweeney, but she's like deformed there. But anyways, so it didn't do well, but it's still out. You might go see it. I definitely still want to see it. It causes some weird controversy among the lesbians. There's one not famous lesbian actress named named Ruby Rose. That you might never heard of her. She was Batwoman for a second, and then she gave up.
Yeah, 'cause it was a bad show.
Yeah, but still, you know, it's like the show went on for like 3 more seasons, and she's like, I don't like money, I'm out. And then she didn't do anything after. But she was like out criticizing Sydney Sweeney. You are a disgrace for doing that to Christy, our lesbian hero. What? Yeah. But then Christy came and said, no, Sydney Sweeney did a terrific job. She worked hard. She did absolutely the best she could. I respect her. She's my friend. It happened that the movie didn't perform, but it's not her fault. So...
And as we've seen, like, performing well in the box office does not necessarily mean that it's a good or a bad movie.
Yeah. Like Avatar performed so bad, but the movie's so great.
Nope. Flip that around. Just pushing my buttons again.
Anyways, so that was the box office. Let's move on.
Okay, Del Toro's Frankenstein did well on Netflix with 30 million views in its first 3 days.
Yeah, I had the theater run, and they're still hitting the waves on streaming.
If you haven't seen this one yet, like, just stop what you're doing and go watch it now. It's so good. It's so
Unless
good.
you're doing heart surgery, so don't. Because, you know, maybe some of
Why are you listening to a podcast while you're doing heart surgery?
Because doctors listen to music that calms them down. Maybe we are the ones that calm down that doctor. There's like you know, cutting someone's heart to put it back. But
anyways, WB is becoming a lot more popular. Comcast, maybe the Saudis, Paramount, everybody's making bids.
Yeah. So Comcast, and they said the Saudis might join them. Netflix, Paramount, and WB is doing some weird stuff. They just tweaking David Zaslav, the company's CEO salary, and they made something change on the bylaws. According to this new SEC filing, that he's basically gonna be able to keep his stocks once the company is sold. If the company is sold, which is like, why? I guess he's doing it. They say they doing it, but he's doing it. Yeah. So taking advantage of the whole process. Wow. So the bidding war continues, and everybody's gonna try to come up with a big offer before Thanksgiving, when there's a deadline, since after that the government shuts down. But hey, the government shut down, it's over. But it shuts down because they don't like to work over the holidays. So if they don't do this year, next year, so there it goes. The bidding war continues.
Yep.
Tell me who's gonna bring Snyder back, and yeah, that one gets my vote on my stock.
Paramount says that 600 employees took voluntary severance instead of returning to the office. The office is that bad. Yeah. And honestly, like in the midst of all this like merger acquisition stuff, maybe it wasn't a bad idea to just like take the money and leave.
I don't know. It's like, I mean, if the old people took the severance because they're close to retirement, sure. But still, we still have to find jobs. It's just like giving away jobs like this. You know.
I don't know. It's
weird.
I don't blame them. If there's a better fit. Anyway.
But that's the thing. Is there a better fit? Can they find another fit? That's my point.
Yeah. Who knows? Good luck, guys. Paramount Skydance has increased their theatrical releases to 15 films a year starting in 2026.
Yeah.
Funko warns that it might not survive another year. Apparently their sales are in the toilet. Yeah. So, good luck, guys.
I mean, maybe if they didn't sell overpriced things, right? They could like sell much cheaper. Yeah, but yeah.
Oh well. We love our Funkos, but yeah. Okay, there's been a numerous documentaries about this, but one recently about Allison Mack and Kristen
Crike. I'd say Crike. I don't know.
Okay, that's what we'll say.
To her.
That's
she refused to talk to me.
Retina Weekly Style Guide. We say Kristen Croik. Apparently it was Kristen Croik. Anyway, tell us about this.
Allegedly, Allison, that went to jail, prison for being in a sex cult, and not only doing the sexy things, but
for recruiting people into the sex trafficking
I would
cult.
assume she was not only recruiting, but she was doing that. But anyways, she joins the sex cult, And apparently Allison said there was Christian Craig that influenced her. They were like on a weekend in New York, a weekend off, and they were like, I don't know if there was drugs and alcohol involved, but they were like, oh man, what are we gonna do?
No, it's much more innocent than that. So apparently, this is what Allison. I read a few articles that, the sex dolls, the NXIVM or whatever, it started out like on the surface, it was all like life coaching type stuff.
Yeah,
and like leadership seminars.
Yeah.
And Kristen was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And she and Allison, despite the success of Smallville, they were both feeling like, oh man, I should be so happy, but I'm not.
Yeah.
And so Kristen starts going to these seminars, like, this is amazing, it's gonna change your life. And it did. But then I guess Kristen got out and Allison stayed in and went like deep into the bowels of the whole sex trafficking stuff.
There you go. So yeah.
So I don't know what's true, but either way, Allison is out of prison now and hopefully gets to start over and do things better.
Yeah, she's starting a new cult. No, I'm kidding. No. Not yet.
No more cults.
Yeah.
The Michael teaser got 116 million views in just 24 hours.
It's the biggest music biopic trailer to date.
We saw some other good trailers or exciting trailers for movies coming in 2026. First, the Super Mario Galaxy. Is that what they're calling it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a sequel to Super Mario, the huge success based on the video game, starring Mario. Chris Pratt voicing, Charlie Day voicing Luigi, and Jack Black voicing Bowser, and Anya Taylor-Joy voicing Princess Daisy, and joining
Peach.
Peach.
Yeah.
Not the same. Anyways, and Brie Larson joined them as Princess Rosalina, and now this thing's go galactical.
Yeah.
Sounds fun.
It does.
Comes in April.
Yep.
To start to warm up for the summer, where comes the titan of industry, Buzz and Woody, Toy Story 5, that everybody was waiting for, like their whole life since Toy Story 1. This time, the toys will have to deal with the threat of tablets, which the plot is very similar to the first movie.
Yep.
Where Woody has to deal with the threat of a new toy.
A space toy.
Yeah. We'll see how that goes.
And a laser beam.
Yeah.
And karate chop action.
And sound.
Yeah.
No, Woody had sound.
Yes.
That was not.
There's a snake in my boot.
Yeah. So, yeah. And there's people say, oh, this is how Woody and Buzz will look like. I was like, yeah? Didn't change?
Toys? What?
Yeah, so there was some news article saying like, oh, we finally have a look on how Buzz and Woody will look like on Toy Story 5. I was like,
the same.
What?
really, the shocker is that Woody's there at all. Woody should not, based on what we saw in Toy Story 4, which shouldn't have existed in the first place because Toy Story 3 was a perfect ending. Based on what we saw in Toy Story 4, Woody shouldn't be there. He's off. He's gone. He's with Bo. He's with the Lost Toys. They're done. But now for some reason he's back in a kid's house with Buzz and Jessie and the Fork and all the rest of them. So, don't know what happened there.
Okay. Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, let's see.
Okay, and Devil Wears Prada 2 is coming in May.
Yeah.
So
it's the teaser. It shows Miranda based on what's the name?
Is it Anna Wintour?
Anna Wintour, portrayed by Meryl Streep, and Hathaway playing. And Hathaway, I don't know her characters, but yeah, apparently,
I can't remember.
Apparently, they work together.
That's what it looks like.
Which is a very interesting because Anna Wintour was just kicked out of Vogue, right? And the person
was she kicked out or did she resign?
I mean,
retire.
People, insiders claim that she would never leave.
Oh,
that she would die there. Die for monies. Anyways, but she was invited to leave or convinced to retire, or someone had blackmail on her, and she left. And they put someone that was like a niece of the owner that knows nothing about fashion. That's what they say on the inside circles. So, but anyways, not that one is better than the other. Sounds like they both awful anyways. But yeah, there's this new movie coming. We'll see.
Yep.
Some people are not coming back. I can't remember the name of the boy. But
the boyfriend should not come back.
Why?
It didn't make sense. They're basically almost broken up by the end of the movie.
I can't remember the movie at all. but it was announced that he's not coming back.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe because he also is not doing anything. He was big on Entourage. He was like the main guy, and then did like, I don't know, maybe 1 or 2 movies, and poof. Maybe he's doing a lot on some weird channel, some sex code channel. But anyway.
Okay. All right. Some rapid
He was
fire.
Aquaman. So on Entourage, there's about the industry.
Oh,
He gets the role of Aquaman on the James Cameron Aquaman movie.
Oh.
Yeah, it makes like $1 billion because it's everything James Cameron does.
Yeah.
Right? And there's that. We see like almost nothing. It's like not even the clothes. It's very very. It's done in a way very inconspicuous. But anyways.
Okay. So rapid fire, some other upcoming projects. An announcement. Sabrina Carpenter is working on an Alice in Wonderland musical from Universal.
Yes.
So Disney did one ages ago and done a couple. So this is from Universal, different project. Kiefer Sutherland is working with one of the John Wick producers on a revenge action movie.
How's the reckoning?
Yeah. Alien Earth has gotten a season 2 renewal.
Yeah, another surprise.
Mm-hmm. Kurt Russell is coming back for Monarch Legacy of Monsters season 2.
Yeah, it's kind of a surprise because it's taking forever.
Yep. Shogun season 2, they've said it's set for 10 years after season 1.
Oh, okay. So it's going to be completely different casting?
Nope. No, Hiroyuki Sanada's back and Cosmo...
Jarvis.
Yeah, he's back.
Huh, okay.
But there's a big time jump. And apparently, just a couple tidbits here. Apparently, there was a script for Elf 2, but Will Ferrell turned it down, despite being offered $29 million, because it was so bad. He said he would not be able to promote it honestly. He would have to go on all the promos, all the press junkets, and say, "I just did it for the money."
Oh wow!
And he just couldn't do it.
Jeez.
So
crazy.
It must have been very bad.
Well.
And George Lucas fans, last but not least, George Lucas's Museum of Narrative Art is going to open in Los Angeles next September.
Narrative film of fans, it looks amazing.
This is cool. So he started collecting art when he was like in college, and this is like his collection. He and his wife, Melanie Hobson. Anyway,
the first wife, second wife,
current wife.
Okay.
This is so a lot of their art collection. So it's storytelling through art, but it also houses so a lot of fine art, but it's also going to house his Lucasfilm archives, all the stuff that he kept when Disney bought it.
That is his because he made the deal of the century when he made Star Wars. He decided like, no, I don't want a percentage of the box office. I want the rights. And the studio was like, idiot, and gave you the rights. I mean, not right now. Right now is not his. He gave it back. He gave it back to the studios for $4 billion. But he still kept a percentage of it. So some of the stuff is actually.
But also like his physical archives.
Yes.
Like the stuff that he owns. So that's all housed there. It looks very cool.
From outside, it looks
range.
Like, whoa.
Oh yeah, the building. It's like a spaceship. Apparently, it used to be like a parking lot, but now it's this extraordinary piece of architecture, and the art collection looks really interesting. And so they're taking a very broad idea of what narrative art is.
Yeah.
But it looks cool. It like almost makes me want to visit Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Which is saying something. Well.
That's it?
That's it.
Okay. That's it for this week. We'll come back next week with more pop culture news, entertainment, and other things to talk about. May the force be with you.
Live long and prosper.
Bye.
Bye.